And we're back. Welcome to another episode of Successful Marketing, Sales, and Relationships for Adult Small Business Owners and Entrepreneurs, where we help you sell what you make. I am your host, best-selling author SaDon Long, and we are officially 23 days from Christmas. And Black Friday just passed, Small Business Saturday just passed, and today is Cyber Monday. So maybe some of you over the weekend didn't have as good a sales as you thought you were going to have. You know, maybe what you planned to do didn't quite work out, and now you need to figure out how to recover, regroup, and get back on your sales plan so you can reach your sales goals. So that's what we're talking about today. And right now, what I'm going to do is, man, I'm going to just give it to you straight. We're not going to really belabor it. We're going to get right to it. So if you didn't have the Black Friday or the Small Business Saturday that you wanted, you're probably thinking it's your marketing, but it might not be marketing. So if you need a result fast, I'm telling you this because you might be searching in the wrong direction. Okay. So without any further ado, if it was me and my Black Friday didn't go like I wanted and my Saturday didn't go like I wanted, here's what I would do. First thing I do is I go back and I'd re-recruit all the people who've ever done business with me. That would be the first thing I do. The reason why I do that is because I need sales fast, and these people already know, like, trust me, and have given me their personal information before. So there really isn't the same barrier for people I've done business with in the past that there is for new business. Let that sink in. New business requires them to get to know you, them to get to like you, them to trust you, them to believe in you, and then make the decision to give you their credit card information. Then make the decision to get up out their house and get up out their bed and brave the cold weather to come to your establishment. Okay. But for people who already know you, they've already gave you the vote of confidence and said that they trust you because they've either A, shopped with you before, or B, given you the credit card information before, but they've done something that says they trust you already. You know, if you've been watching, you know, I always tell stories about how I have clients who've had programs in the past that were very successful, and then they wanted to start new programs, and the new programs kind of got off on a bad foot. And then I stepped in, and what I did was I took the same people who'd already done business for them in the past, and then just sold them the new thing. Again, the same business people that you've done with these other people, they'll do business with you again because they like you. They know the product's good. They know the food's good. They know they can trust you. So if it was me, the first thing I do is I re-recruit all my old business. Number one. Number two, I reach out to all the people who I had deals with in the past that fell apart. People who reached out to me. Maybe we had a phone call. Maybe we emailed back and forth. Maybe they asked some questions in the past and I answered them. Maybe they've been liking my stuff on social media. Maybe they've been in the comments, but they haven't actually made a decision to do business with me. I would go to those people and I go with, hey, have you given up? You know, on whatever it is that I offer. You know, for me, you know, have you given up on trying to grow your business over the next 18 months? Have you given up on trying to figure out why your website isn't working? Have you given up on figuring out why people aren't buying your courses? Have you just given up? You know, I would start there with people who've already shown some interest in me. The reason I'm starting there is because, again, 23 days to Christmas, there's not a lot of time to try to find new people. So I got to work with the people who kind of already know, like, and are on the fence about whether or not they trust me enough to give me their personal information. So again, you know, if you didn't have the day that you wanted on Friday, you didn't have the day that you wanted to on Saturday, what you got to do is A, go back and re-recruit people who've done business with you. B, go to people who maybe were in your pipeline and you did, you know, a little bit of discovery with, but it never turned into anything. Because those people need to buy. You know, they need to buy gifts. They need to get gift cards. They need to show up somewhere and do something. So why not with you? Okay. Now I know for a lot of us, you know, reaching out to people is intimidating. We're afraid to be told no. Um, it makes us feel like we're begging. You know, it just isn't the coolest thing because whenever you watch movies, that's not how it works. It's like the person has this grand opening and people are just walking down the street and all of a sudden decide to come in. Well, in real life, it doesn't always happen like that. Sometimes you have to make your own opportunities. Okay? So one of the ways to make your own opportunities without sounding over salesy is just to say, hey, have you given up? And that's the Chris Voss method. And then, I always talk about Dean Graziano and saying, hey, are you still in the market for it? Did you ever get the solution for your problem? Because a lot of times people get busy and they just really don't have the time to solve the problem. So in those cases, you just reach out to them. So if I didn't have a great Saturday, or if I want to have an even better Saturday, why would I leave any stone unturned? What's my other option? Try to post some more content, and hope that somebody just magically decides to give me their credit card information who I've never met, who's never met me. Now, is that likely? It's possible, but it's not necessarily likely, especially at this late of a date. So, with that being said, do you really want to put your eggs in that basket? Do you really want to risk everything on just doing that? Or is it possible for you to say, reach out to people who you've done business with in the past, reach out to people who've been liking comments, people who've been asking, inquiring, people you may have in your pipeline, but the deal fell through, as well as do that. Okay. Now, the third thing I do if I didn't have the best Black Friday or Small Business Saturday and I wasn't really sure how the next 23 days would go, man, is I try to gather all the people that I know and ask if they know anybody. Ask everybody you know if they know anybody who's in the market for whatever it is that you're offering. You know, we're giving away free turkeys. You know anybody who wants one? That worked because somebody's going to say, shoot, I know 3 or 4 people. But why wouldn't you do the same thing for your business? Hey, we're giving people an opportunity today to get their Christmas gifts all in one spot without having to go anywhere else. We got candles, we got lotions, we got water, we got soap, we got whatever. So we're giving people an opportunity right now. Now, if you choose to enter into the sales and the 20% off game, that's even more incentive for people to tell somebody, hey, girl, we running 20% off. If you know anybody that needs some gifts, it's only 21 days left, 23 days left. So, have them give me a call. No matter what it is, it could be bundles of hair, it could be candles, it could be lawn care. It doesn't matter. You're just asking people if they know anybody. And I know, again, sales can be intimidating. A lot of people hate sales. And that's the reason they're never seeing the results that they really could receive or see. It's because they're not asking enough. You know, a lot of people hate sales. I get it. But if you don't ask, how do you get any sales? If you don't hire people to ask for you, how do you get any sales? How do you get any feedback if you never ask? The Bible clearly states we have not because we ask not. And when we ask amiss. Even Jesus was asking. He said, well, who do men say I am? So why aren't you asking? I'm giving you ways to not come off as salesy. I'm giving you ways that you can't be rejected. I'm giving you ways that work. So why are we still freezing? And what are we going to tell the people that we're responsible for? What are we going to tell mama, grandmama, kids, spouses? Are we going to tell them, I could have had more sales this holiday season, but I was afraid to ask. I was afraid to send an email. I was afraid to get in the DMs. I was afraid to do anything that could help me. And if you tell them that, what will they say? What will they say? Right now, you're at a crossroads. You could either A, do something about it, which is recruit people who've already done business with you, recruit the people who are in the pipeline who maybe didn't do business with you but showed you some interest. 3, get out there and ask people if they know anybody. You could do those 3 things and get a rapid result, a today sale, a today opportunity. Or you could go and create more content. Or you could do nothing and just hope it works out. But the last 2, how likely are those 2 to work for you? I hear a lot of content creators out here talking about creating content and use this app and use that app and it'll cut it up and then you could post it. But here's my question. Are they telling you what words to use? Are they telling you how to structure those words? Are they telling you what message to send and what story to tell? Because if you don't know those things, why are people watching? Why are people listening? And if they don't listen and they don't watch, how do you then turn that into sales? Now, shout out to Isaac Hayes, and he brought this point up. Shout out to Isaac Hayes, shout out to fan base too, by the way. Talked about how so many influencers are chasing fame because they want brand deals. But I got news for small business owners. You are not influencers. You're business people. And if you're out here chasing fame so you can get a brand deal, what you're doing in the process is you're stepping over piles of cash to go chase a brand deal that you probably aren't going to get. And if you do get it, is it going to be enough to run your business? See, here's the thing about social media that they don't tell you. They say, yeah, you could monetize, and they'll tell you that Country Wayne's making a whole lot of money on Facebook, or he's making a whole lot of money on YouTube. But in order to monetize on YouTube, you need at least 1,000 subscribers. Only about 8% of YouTubers have 1,000 subscribers. You need 4,000 watch hours. Okay, 4,000 watch hours. That's not 4,000 minutes. That's 4,000 hours. So if you had something that was an hour, you need 4,000 people to watch it. And if you're trying to come up on the reel game, then you need 10 million views of your reels in a 90-day period. Now, if you get to the 90th day and you only got 8 million, 9 million, not 10, now what? Do you have to start all over again? Even if you go viral is roughly 2.5 million views over a few days. But will that one viral video get you enough to get you to 4,000 watch hours? Will it get you another 8 million views, or will it die out by the end of the week? And if you're a business owner, wouldn't it be easier just to ask people if they know somebody that needs what you are offering? I mean, you wouldn't have to sit in front of cameras all damn day. And maybe I shouldn't say that word, but you wouldn't have to sit in front of cameras all doggone day. You wouldn't have to try to figure out what it is that you should be saying. And here's the thing about that. Getting help is not cheating. Yes, in your mind right now, you're probably saying, man, I need to figure out a way to get more customers. Okay. But how long is that going to take? How many days are you going to spend figuring out what to say, how to say it, who to say it to, and then trying to figure out if you said the right thing? And in the meantime, what could you be doing with that time? You know, and in the meantime, what is not doing something with that time keeping you from getting, keeping you from having? You know, you sit down and you try to figure out what to say, and it takes you 2 hours. In that 2 hours, how many people could you have reached out to? How many people could you have called back? What else could you have done with that time that would have helped you get closer to your goal? You know, a lot of people want me to do for them what I've done for my clients, which is put them in really great positions financially, which is giving them the opportunity to go out and win awards. You know, everything from Businesswoman of the Year to an Emmy, you know, to one of the top 10 business blogs on LinkedIn, you know. And I'll tell you, they made the right decision in getting some help. They made the right decision to part with some money to get some help. So right now, if you're sitting at home, like, I need to figure this out, I need to figure it out, why not just go to grownandrich.com? Maybe it costs you some money. Maybe it does. It might actually cost you some money. But what is the reward for that money? What does it open up and unlock and allow for you to be able to do if somebody can tell you what to say, how to say it, so that people find your products more attractive, so that people actually want to do business with you without you underselling or over discounting? What is that worth? And to be able to get a result literally same day. Same day results. If you got people that maybe have been in your pipeline and you don't know what to say to them to close them, but I do, what does that do for you? How does that help you? Again, 23 days left. I'm offering my services. I'm exchanging my time and talent, willing to rent my brain, willing to rent out my processes, practices, and systems. Just go to grownandrich.com. You know. But let's review, because we're at the 18-minute mark and I don't want to go more than 23, 24 minutes. So again, if you didn't have a good Black Friday or a good enough Black Friday or a good enough Small Business Saturday, number one, what you need to do is you need to go back to all the people that you've done business with in the past and do business with them again. Tell them what you got. Tell them what you got going on. Offer them an opportunity. You can phrase it as a VIP. You can phrase it as a limited time only, so that it seems more important. You know, that way now they'll buy sooner than later. And the reason you want to reach out to them is because they already know, like, and trust you. And they've already given you credit card information before, so they're not afraid to do it again. Now, a little bonus is if you can't do business with those people, then at least get some feedback from them as to why they can't do business with you. Because maybe you're doing something that has absolutely nothing to do with your marketing that's running customers away. Number two, all the people who've been leaving comments and hitting the like button, go through, figure out what the consistent thread of those people, who they are, and then you reach out to them. You know, people that you had a conversation with earlier this year, but the deal fell apart. You reach out to them. You know, people who inquired, you reach out to them. Why? Because maybe they didn't get the problem solved that you solved, and now you can do business with them. You know, and you just simply say, hey man, have you given up on whatever it is? If you're, you know, somebody who does catering, you know, have you given up on having a birthday party? Because that's why they reached out to you. You know, and if the giving up one doesn't get them, then you follow up with, Are you still looking for? I'm going to get off this right here in a minute, and I'm going to hit some people up and say, hey, man, hey, are you still in the market for the following? You still looking for somebody to help you grow your business? You still looking for somebody to help you win above the fold so that you can make your SEO work better? Are you still looking for somebody to help you improve your sales and help you get the return on investment, for that website and those, pages that you built that nobody's buying off of? Are you still looking for somebody to help you sell your program? Are you looking for somebody to help you close more clients, keep more clients, have more profits so that you can then be the person that you were called to be? I'm going to do the same thing. Then the other one is asking people, do they know anybody? You know, Again, I'm gonna hop off and ask some people, hey man, you know anybody who didn't have a good Friday and Saturday? Because I got a rapid, I got a rapid results marketing system that works that can get them results same day. They can get a customer today before we finish our call, more than likely, if they do what I tell them to do. You know, Not promising it, but likely, very. So those are the three things. None of that stuff has anything to do with posting any content. None of that stuff has anything to do with any of that. You know, those are all things that you can do that get an immediate result. And then I go with, maybe I'll post some more videos. Maybe I'll go live some more. Maybe I'll do these other things. But I would definitely prioritize the first three, because those three will give me immediate results. Those three can help me get right back on track. And then the next step for me would be, if it was me, I want some testimonials. You know, because now I need you to tell other people who maybe are on the fence what I did for you, so that they then can say, okay, well, he seems like a good guy, or she seems like a good gal. This is what people are saying about her. Think I'm going to do it. Now move some of those people that maybe you couldn't close over for you. You know, and now they're bringing you customers. They're attracting customers for you. You know, if I had a bad Saturday and Friday, man, and I got a couple people in, I'd ask them for some referrals, because I got ground to make up. And if it's you, you got ground to make up. So if you can get one customer in the door today using what I just told you to use, and it then turns out that they know two other people, and both of those people came in and bought, now you got 3 for 1. And maybe one of those people knows somebody. Now you got 4 for 1. So look at what's really at stake, and look at what's really on the line. The opportunity is only 23 days left in it. And you could get one person and turn them into 4, and you're not willing to do it? One into 4. If you got 4 people in and they each gave you 1, that'd be 8. And I know, man, I don't want to ask. I feel like I'm begging when I ask. But the real thing is, it's not that you don't want to ask, it's that you don't know how to ask. And if you're struggling with the ask, go to growandrich.com. We could talk about it. We'll talk through it. I had a client who was petrified 2 weeks ago. And she's at like $400 in sales since then. Because we sat down, we talked about it, we talked through it. Now she's checking in every morning like, hey, just got 2 more. Excited. And I want to do the same thing for you. So go to growandrich.com. Now with the 25-minute mark, I've gone through everything I wanted to go through. Again, 23 days left. So go over to growandrich.com. Now, before I jump off, another thing real quick. I know in social media right now, this has really been going crazy. People have been saying, that people are talking about the economy and then they're out spending money. buying designer stuff and knowing that they don't really got money for their bills, or that they're wanting designer stuff, but then they also want a stimulus check. Here's the thing that people need to understand at home. Most people will never be rich. So all of these, you need to save money, delayed gratification things, that stuff don't apply to them. They're living in right now. And right now, the social class, the social status that they have, they're trying to keep it. They will never know what it's like to walk in the Gucci store. But they do know what it's like to have a pair of J's and a hoodie on and to feel like they fit in with everybody else. They do know what it's like to have a nice outfit on and fit in with everybody else, even if that social status that they're on isn't that high. Now, what they do not want is they do not want to be the person wearing Walmart and everybody else is wearing Macy's. Okay, because now they're taking a step down from what they identify with as their peer group. No different than middle class people who have weddings and spend thousands of dollars because they know people are going to critique everything and they don't want that critique. So you might be sitting at home going, well, I don't understand why they're doing this. But the reality is, in their community, in their culture, in their section, they're just trying to fit in and trying to stay a part of that culture. Same reason people lie to hide things that are going on in their household is the same reason people buy the sweatshirt. The same reason your girlfriend lying about this man and calling him her boyfriend or saying that he got a job when he don't, because she doesn't want the social scrutiny of being the one who doesn't have the man who's kind and sweet and loving, because you're going to kick her out of the circle. You're going to say that she ain't one of the cool kids. Is the same reason people are spending money. Now, as a small business owner, all you can do is be there for them because they're going to spend the money somewhere anyway. So why not let them spend it with you? Be honest, be upfront, be transparent, sell them a good product so at least they got good value for their money. Now, mind you, I ain't telling you to give them a discount. I'm just telling you to do good business and not try to count other people's pockets. So if you're thinking, man, they probably really don't need this, that ain't up for you. Because to them, their social standing might be way more important than whether or not they have money in the bank. That's just it. That's just how it goes. As always, man, it's your business big bro, SaDon Long, a.k.a. the most dangerous man in marketing, telling you that he loves you. And again, if you got any questions, any kind, go to growingrich.com. Oh, and by the way, if you are looking for a system that works, go to growingrich.com, because what I have is the rapid results marketing system. And what it'll allow you to do is it'll allow you to start seeing sales before we can even get off the call. So if you want to use my rapid results marketing system and put it with your business and watch your business grow, go to growingrich.com. We can either do it one-on-one or we could do it in a group. But in either case, go to growingrich.com. I love you and I'm out.